Hello, this is my first video in English. I decided to make all my videos about Islamic stories or mythology or culture or history be in English. Yes, because I think this way it would be like target more people, and I wish it be like useful for anyone who like or interested to study such issues. You know, like Islamic studies, Islamic stories, Islamic culture, or the culture of this area. Okay, to be fast, because I don't want this video to be long, you know. So I decided this my first video would be about the Antichrist. Okay, because I know Antichrist. This term of Antichrist is in Christianity, but the term or the character of the Antichrist in Islam is I think it's a bit different. Antichrist in Islam he called Dajjal or Dajjal in Egyptian slang we say Dajjal, we don't say Dajjal, but okay. Okay, Dajjal, what's the meaning of Dajjal? Dajjal means imposter, you know. So actually the being called in Arabic Masih Dajjal. Masih Dajjal, if we translate it literally, it will be like the imposter Christ, or I would rather use the false Christ or the fake Christ. This dude or this guy, you know, he will be like as the Islamic texts that in Hadith. By the way, this is story not in Quran. In Muslims, they take their stories and they are teaching not only from Quran but from Hadith, and there is um, official books or accepted books, well-known books for Muslims, Sunna or Shias, to say each one of them, Sunna or Shias, they have their books, the stories, the teaching and the stories from these books. So this is stories that I'm gonna tell you about. It's in a book called Muslim, and it's one of the most well-known books of Hadith. Anyway, get back to Dajjal or the false Christ or the Antichrist in Islam. This guy here will be like unleashed. Supposed to be according to the articles that God will unleash him, you know, before the end of days or by the end of days, you know, and he will claim that he's God, you know, and he will come with some supernatural abilities, you know, or some miracles and like that, you know, and a lot of people would follow him till by the end, at the end, you know, the real Christ, Jesus Christ, will come, and there is two different stories. You know, one story says that he will come with a spear and he will strike him with one hit, you know, or stab him with one hit with this spear, or he gonna just melt when he sees the real Jesus. Anyway, we get into story because yes, I don't want the video be too long. Okay. The story is in book Muslim, you know, and you know this chapter or that talk about the signs of end of days. I'm gonna put the link of you know description, you know, of the video. You can open it in Arabic, but you can translate it. You can translate it. It's from the book. Okay. Anyway, the briefest story that says that Prophet Muhammad he will praying in these masjid, you know, and I know in Medina and his city, in his town with his disciples and like that. And after the prayer, he told them that no one leave. You know, he wanted them to stay because he had important things to tell them about. And then he told them about a guy. His name was Tamim al-Dari. He's supposed to be one of his disciples, and this guy is supposed to be. This guy was a Christian, and he converted to Islam. And that he says that he told him some story or something that it confirms or agree with what he was teaching them before about this guy Dajjal and like that, you know. And this story it says that this guy Tamim al-Dari he was in overseas, you know, with this, in a journey to overseas to somewhere, you know. They were in the sea, and you know there was some storm or whatever, you know. So their ships it was about to be drowning, you know, or something, you know. So they end up in some island, and in this island when they found, you know, some weird creature called the Gasasah. For me, even I speak Arabic, but I don't know what the Gasasah mean. By the way, you know, and I don't think anyone would would know that. Okay. Anyway, you know, so it's like an animal with a lot of fur, you know, like even you can't tell, you know, the front or the rear of this animal, you know, and they just look like humans, you know. And this guy Tamim and his friends, when he sees this animal, he say, oh, what are you, So and she say, "Ana Gasasah," which means I am al Gasasah, and she directs them to some kind of building like monastery or something. Anyways, they get inside because I want to be fast. They get to this monastery or building. They say that they found a guy that he looked like very great. I think I don't know. I don't understand what they mean by the great, but I think maybe it's like a big dude or whatever. Maybe. And he was extremely tied up, like in chains. They say that his hand is tightened to his neck, to his knees, to his ankles. Like he's in chains. Anyway, they say the same thing to him. Okay, what are you? Then he asks them, okay, you know about me now, so who are you? So they told him that they are Arab, and they told him their story on whatever. Okay, then he asked them about some issues like the lake of Tabaria and some cities, the palm trees in Bisan or whatever. Okay, I don't want to get to these details. Then he told them that he is a Christ, and that he's about like God, or like unleash him, he be like unleashed to go all over the world, and he told them he will be like, and he will get into every city and every like town and city in the world except Mecca and Taiba. Taiba, it's one of the names of Medina, the city of Prophet Muhammad. And Prophet Muhammad, he liked the story so much. He says, yeah, it's like, he was like, okay, you see, I told you so. I told you so. This is Taiba. This is Taiba. So about the city, it seems that he was very happy with this story. And the interesting thing is that this guy that he still did nothing, and he's already in the chains, and I don't know if he's eating or drinking. Okay, and let's not go to these details. Interesting enough that there is one of the most closest disciples of the Prophet Muhammad, Umar ibn Khattab, and he considered to be like a really holy person and respected person, especially for Sunna Muslims. Sunna Shia, they have different view about this man, but he still have a lot of impact. It doesn't matter who people who hate them or love him, and like that. So this guy, he used to accuse a former Jew, a guy called Ibn Sayyad, who was living in Medina. This poor guy, he been accused by Umar ibn Khattab that he's the imposter Christ, the false Christ, or the Dajjal, Yes. But sure, this guy, he lived and died, and that, so he's not, for sure he's not, unlike that. And you could find a lot of different theories and a lot of different stories about Dajjal. One of the things is that Prophet Muhammad say about him, he says that there is science to know Dajjal, that this guy, he with one eye. Some people confused about it. They think that he has one eye, like he just with one eye, like these aliens in the movies, But no. This guy, he just have two eyes, but one of his eyes is not working with this function or whatever, Anyway, that was about Dajjal. Later, I will make more videos about maybe early history of Islam, maybe some other story about the end of days and maybe coming back of Jesus. About a lot of stories about this culture and this mythology. I wish you like the video, and yes, see you later in another video. Bye.